Hello, Symposius. I'm Dr. Angelapuca, Religious Studies PhD and University Lecturer, and this is your online resource for the academic study of magic esotericism, paganism, shamanism, and all things occult. And it's my birthday. Well, it's my birthday celebration. My actual birthday was a couple of days ago, but still counts. It's the closest Sunday. Also, it's Imbolc for those celebrating. So if you're a pagan and you're celebrating, happy Imbolc as well. And it's also a full moon. So, like, we have lots to celebrate today. So, I hope that you guys are excited about that. And as always, if you want to support my work, I would be very glad of that because that's how this project stays alive. So, now I hope you're ready for a live tantric ritual. This is the first time that I do a ritual live. So, I don't know how you guys are going to take it, but we will see. First of all, a little bit of an explanation regarding the tantric ritual. So, before anyone panics about what I'm about to do, I just want to briefly explain, what we're going to do. So, in several South Asian tantric systems, especially within medieval Shaiva and Buddhist context, spiritual liberation was not pursued by avoiding the word or purifying oneself from everything considered impure. Instead, certain tantric practitioners deliberately engaged with what society marked as disgusting, polluting, or taboo. This was not rebellion for its own sake, but it was also not indulgence, obviously. It was a highly controlled ritual strategy designed to dismantle deeply ingrained habits of attraction and aversion. Tantric traditions start from the premise that categories such as pure and impure, sacred and profane are not ultimate reality. They are culturally and psychologically constructed. And these distinctions are culturally constructed as well, but they shape how the self experiences the world. Disgust is particularly important here because it is a bodily reaction that feels immediate and unquestionable. So you do not think your way into disgust. You feel it first, and only afterwards you justify it. Tantra uses this intensity precisely because it exposes how automatic and conditioned our responses are. So, in antinomian or transgressive tantric practices, including the left hand path, which, as you know, I have an upcoming book on the left hand path. So, I'm really interested in antinomian and transgressive practices within the left hand path umbrella, as well as in Tantra. Practitioners were sometimes instructed to consume forbidden substances, inhabit liminal spaces such as cremation grounds, or engage in ritual acts that violated social norms. The point, again, is not shock value. The point was to remain present with the experience without rejection or clinging, and to observe how aversion arises and dissolves when it is not fed. Scholars such as Gavin Flood and André Baudot have shown that these practices were always embedded in strict ritual frameworks, initiations, and ethical discipline. Without these structures, transgression collapses into mere excess and loses its transformative function. So, at a philosophical level, this relates to non dualism. In both Shaiva and Vajrayana Tantra, enlightenment is not achieved by separating oneself from the impure world, but by recognizing that all phenomena share the same ultimate nature. When disgust no longer dictates your sense of self and other, the boundary between sacred and profane begins to weaken. As David Gordon White has argued, tantric transgression functions as a method for reconfiguring perception rather than violating morality for entertainment. So, in light of all of that, I've decided for the first time in my life to overcome the disgust and eat my very first pineapple pizza with you guys as a way of ascending beyond the sense of disgust. So, Yeah, for an Italian, you may or may not this, but for an Italian, pineapple pizza is not just bad taste. It is a cultural violation. It provokes a genuine embodied reaction of revulsion tied to identity, tradition, belonging. So, by ritualizing this act, naming the disgust, and performing it consciously rather than accidentally, I am enacting a very small scale version of a classic tantric technique. So the pineapple is not metaphysically impure. It is symbolically and culturally transgressive, which is exactly why it works. So this is not about suffering, irony, or culinary masochism. It is about showing, maybe in a silly, playful, but also serious way, how arbitrary yet powerful our boundaries are. So, Tantra teaches that liberation does not come from avoiding what repels us, but from understanding how and why repulsion arises in the first place. And on that note, happy birthday to me, and let's do it. I've had actually friends to whom I told about this that said, I'm gonna lose my citizenship. So let's do it. Let's hope they reach enlightenment after this. Mm. What the hell? I don't think I'm gonna lose my Italian citizenship. So after the first taste, and hopefully I'm starting to feel the enlightenment, I'll bring on some of my long time patrons that wanted to celebrate with me, and also some of them will eat pineapple pizza as well. So I'll bring them on. So hi everybody.
Trying to unmute. Hello.
Yeah, now you can unmute. So should I keep eating it, or am I enlightened yet?
Oh yeah. A whole
This is the
slice at
point.
least.
This is the point where I don't want to be the teacher, and I want somebody to tell me, yeah, it's okay.
How do you tell if it's the pineapple that makes it disgusting, or if it's just a bad pizza?
That is the
Because
point.
I ordered it from my from my favorite pizza place.
Oh, okay.
So when I order pizza, I generally order a margherita, and this is the best pizza place in my area. So I know that I like their pizzas. I wanted it to be an authentic thing, not just, get something randomly. I think it is just the pineapple. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. If it is just me because I'm a fussy Italian, but the pineapple on the pizza has no place on a pizza. I don't know how to explain it to people.
Next year you try it with banana.
I think the only similar things that we do in Italy is pizza with Nutella, which is something that sometimes kids get. But it's also something that is like, why? I mean, why would you put Nutella on pizza? But that's, I think, the only example that I can think of something that has, sweet on a savory pizza.
Barbecue chicken. Nasty.
Yeah, they have the ones with like the barbecue chicken and the sweet onion.
Mm-hmm.
Those can be
Pizza should be savory, except for pineapple.
Somebody
So
in the,
am I the
somebody
only
in the
one who
chat's
doesn't like
mentioning
pineapple?
Vegemite.
Oh, hi.
Vegemite.
Hi, Philip. Next year you should come to Sweden and try the kebab pizza. Yeah, that would be another tantric ritual, I guess.
Tantra pizza around the world.
You are culturally conditioned. Well, yeah, I suppose that's what the tantrika would say. Frozen would be truly horrendous. It's actually not frozen. As I said, it was, well, I didn't tell it to you guys. I think that I told my patrons, but it was delivered like 10 minutes before the live, which is the reason why originally I had the live stream scheduled at 5 p.m. my time. And then I moved it to 6 p.m. because I realized they didn't deliver pizza before 5:30. So
Leeds doesn't have 24-hour pizza delivery. Not very good.
Yeah. Limited.
how can you do 24 hours pizza delivery? Who's gonna
Well,
cook it
You move
24
to
hours?
America.
Yeah, move to America.
American.
We got 24-hour everything.
Yeah, but the good places usually are like normal restaurants. The good places that serve the best pizza are like normal restaurants, so they close at like 1 o'clock or something.
We're talking pizza. Little Caesars.
There were friends of mine who said, imagine if you actually like it. I said, I'm gonna be honest if I like it. I don't like it. And I think I was like in the best circumstances because I was quite hungry. I ordered it at my favorite pizza place. And it's also warm, it's not like frozen or anything. It just doesn't make sense.
You should try it with the sautéed and buttered. Take the pineapple and saute it in butter. Oh my God, it's like to die for. Yeah, it really does work.
Did they send it with like the garlic sauce so you can dip it in the garlic before you eat it?
No.
Oh.
Wow. Britain.
So I'm tempted to like remove the pineapple and the ham and eat the rest of the pizza, but then it wouldn't be a tantric ritual.
You don't like the ham either?
No.
Oh, wow.
But that's not an Italian thing, it's a me thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, in the Northeast, you can famously get clams on pizza. And
if I
oysters.
eat crust, is that a violation of my tantric ritual?
So to me, any pizza that has anything from the ocean or water on it is disgusting. Any fish, shrimp, anchovies, clams. No, that's just, it violates the pizza. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Ayat. Nice to see you here. And she says, important question. Are you banned from your favorite pizza place? Well, the favorite pizza place here, if it does pineapple pizza, is clearly not Italian. In Italy, they wouldn't do that. But no, I don't think that I'm banned. But actually, that was another good reason not to show it in the box. Because it's like, what if they say, oh, you're doing something disgusting with our pizza kind of thing. But it was lovely seeing you in Italy, Ayat. Just think if there are any questions in the chat, as always, capitalize question in the beginning so that I know. Oh, there's also Frater RC. Hi. I see you in the chat. Thank you for the happy birthday. I think you're a fellow Aquarian, so yours might be coming soon. Philip also says that he's horrified. If you guys don't know Let's Talk Religion's channel, you should definitely check it out and subscribe. He has amazing content on religion and especially on Islamic and Islamic age traditions. And then wife of Sauron says, now I'm hungry. That's because you're the wife of Sauron. Get hungry. Thinking about pineapple pizza. That explains it. Pineapple and bacon is a winning combination. Okay, so who decided that pineapple, bacon, or ham are a good combination on pizza?
A Canadian. It was in Canada. It's Canadian. It used to be called Canadian style pizza with Hawaiian just because of the pineapple, but it came from Canada with Canadian bacon and pineapple. Because when you do a roast ham, typically you put a pineapple sauce on it. So he took that and put it on pizza.
Yeah, I've seen that where they have the ham with rings of pineapple on it.
Yeah.
Kind of like they do, I don't know, fish and lemon. Someone decided it went together.
Yeah.
But I think that went out with the 50s, along with Jell-O that has things suspended in it.
True. Yeah. Well, that lingered until the 70s, actually, but early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Joao in the chat. Thank you for moderating the chat, Joao. He says Hawaiian is because the pineapple brand had Hawaii in the brand name.
Well, it was all Dole back then, and it's the only thing you could get.
And then Linux Audio says, in my opinion, Yakult is the most disgusting drink food ever invented. I don't know what that is. Do you guys know?
It's Icelandic. Yeah, it's Icelandic. No, Yakult. No, sorry, that's different. Yakult is it's a fermented yogurt drink, and it's French, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's a lot of French mustard-based liqueur that's supposed to be very divisive.
Well, don't the Mongolians have a fermented milk, yak milk, or something like that? Or oh, there's a lot of fermented milk out there. It doesn't sound.
We talk about all these disgusting things while Angela's eating the pepperoni pizza.
With great satisfaction, as you can tell.
See if we can make her yak.
I think about those that tantrika that eat things that I cannot say online, but very disgusting things. It's like I think that I've done well just with a pineapple pizza, considering the other type of practice that they do. I shouldn't complain too much. So am I reaching enlightenment now on this full moon Imolk?
That's on you.
How do I
feel a transformational change?
I can see kind of like a golden glow on your eyelids.
That's true.
Well, there's a silver glow around your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do luminesce a little bit. So
that's my skin. My skin is naturally, we can call it being luminescent, or we can just say that I'm oily. There's no way around
Radiant.
Actually, this is something that I've never said online, but a long time ago, I've made an appearance on Italian TV, and I won't say how and doing what, but it wasn't anything important anyway. But yeah, basically, I think the anecdote here is that they were not able to mat my face. So I think that the makeup person lost their job because they couldn't mat me. There was the director kept saying, she's still shining. You have to mat a girl. You have to mat a girl. It's like, I've just done it. And I was like, oh. And now that I do videos, I know what it means, because obviously the light, I think that I am like this even in person, but the lights make it even more evident. So it's like, what can I say?
It's the lighting. It's the lighting. I don't remember you looking like that in person. So.
Oh yeah, you have seen me in person.
Yeah.
It's like the goth thing, there's no, you're like avoidant to tanning. So you're going to have very light skin.
That's part
of the series anecdotes of Angela's life. This is a typical Italian thing. So in Italy, if you are not tanned, or if you have, if you're pale like me, it's a no-no. So especially when you go back in the summer, it's like, I always have people, sometimes even random people on the street saying, don't you like the sun? What's the problem with you? So I went once at the dermatologist, to check some stuff. And he said that I had to date a surfer, somebody that does surf. And I said, what? And I said, you're too pale. You have to date a surfer. It's like, so this is actual literal dermatologist advice. I'm not kidding. I mean, the rest of the world knows that the sun is actually bad for your skin, but in Italy, no. Just as you could not convince an Italian to put pineapple on pizza, equally, you could not convince an Italian that the sun is bad for your skin, because for them, the sun heals everything. You have like acne, go under the sun. You have like any skin problem, it's resolved by being under the sun.
Yeah.
So
this is just a stereotype, but it's hard for me to like imagine like a surfer, you and like a surfer dude, you know, like the, you know, it's like,
wouldn't
it
imagine
seems
me.
sort of, yeah, it seems antithetical that you would have a surfer dude who is like also intellectual.
Why do you think the surfers cannot be intellectuals?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we see like these they're like California beach bum kind of stereotype, you know. Hey,
with a PhD
dude,
and
surf's up.
But isn't California the place where there's the most interest in esotericism? The state in America.
But I have a friend of mine, he's a PhD in medical engineering, you know, chemical engineer for medicine, and he's surfer dude. I mean, total surfer dude. You don't see a PhD there, you see a surfer dude.
Yeah, and a lot of the early computer science tech bros were surfers. So I think Jobs was a surfer.
Yeah.
Of course,
Philip
Jobs
says
was also a Buddhist.
Tantra Loka chapter 22 pizza. Yes, Philip. And then wife of Saron says, Angela, no, you look amazing. Like you're wearing really good highlighter. Thank you. I'm not wearing any highlighter though. In fact, I'm wearing like the most matte foundation with the most matte powder. And yet I'm still like this. So let me see.
You should show the rest of your shirt so people can see the Satanist on your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a Satanist shirt.
Oh, Wednesday.
So it's Wednesday Addams drinking poison. So it's a bit like me eating pineapple pizza. I thought it would be just, you know, relevant to this conversation. Let me see. So I might start feeling bad live. So you were studying, but, you know, I'm ascending. You know, I have to overcome this illusory, culturally driven separation between what is attractive and what is disgusting. That's it. So let's just remind what we're here for with this pineapple thing. So Evan Zaid is asking, you were studying to be a Buddhologist at some point. Do you have any favorite Buddhist Tantra text? Yeah, I think people that follow me for, you know, for a long time, they will know this, that I started by studying to become a Buddhologist. Although even in that case, I was primarily interested in the magic side, so I would still gravitate towards everything that was more magical. So obviously Tantric Buddhism would be more the case with that. But yeah, even when I went in Japan, I did this spiritual retreat at a monastery, Shingon monastery. It's Shingon Buddhism, which is an historic form of Buddhism. So they also do some sorts of magical practices via mantra. So, so if I have a favorite Buddhist Tantra text, the Tantra Loka is the classic. I would definitely go there. And Philip was mentioning it earlier. Yeah, generally speaking, Abhinavagupta. And yeah, otherwise, it's not tantric, but there's the Milinda Panya, which I really like. Yeah, that's a text that is more about the concept of the self in Buddhism. I actually have a very old video on my channel on the self in Buddhism, who am I, and the whole concept of the self. So you also find some readings there in the description box. So Linux Audio, do you have a favorite comic or fictional work that uses magic as a theme? I like comic book Black Magic by Scott. Okay. I'm thinking about animes. Well, as a child, I really loved Sailor Moon, and there's magic there. So the first thing that came to mind is Sailor Moon. I also like Nana, but that's not magical. It's more music related. I like Death Note. I also have a Death Note shirt that some of you guys may have noticed in some of my videos. So I like Death Note a lot. I wish I had one, actually. But alas. So, but it's a very interesting game from a philosophical, ethical point of view, because if you guys are not familiar in Death Note, there's a Shinigami who's a Japanese deity of death that drops onto the protagonist this thing called Death Note. So every name that you put on Death Note will die instantly. And at first, the protagonist, Light, what he does is to basically kill, by putting the name in Death Note, everybody who's a criminal, dictators, all, people that are doing something really harmful to people and society. And then there's this whole conversation about who decides what's right and what's wrong, and it becomes a bit more complex because, it goes a bit deeper into the fact that things are a bit more nuanced than just saying somebody is totally good and totally evil. But yeah, those are the ones that come to mind. I'm sure that I will have other. Madoka Magica also is another one that I like. I'm thinking a lot about Japanese anime because I like Japanese anime. Angela has a full moon birthday. Yeah. Jealous. So what are you guys eating now? Andrew, Edward, Hank, Sean, are you also eating something, or
Yeah,
because I know that some of you were also.
I got my pineapple pizza here. Pineapple and pineapple and ham. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't able to order it from my favorite place, so I don't know if it's the pineapple pizza or it's just the place that makes it. So.
As I was telling the other people earlier, I have cold pizza, beer in a wine glass. I mean, I'm a wino. Everybody knows me, knows I'm wine. So this is my tantric. I'm going to pay dearly for it.
Yeah, I just have coffee.
That's not a tantric ritual. So basically, I'm the only one doing a tantric ritual because you're also eating things. You're eating things that you like.
Yeah, I've given up on enlightenment, though.
Yeah, but earlier you said that this wasn't a masochistic ritual, but that doesn't mean that the rest of us aren't sadists.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, I wouldn't say I like this.
If it is not a masochistic ritual, then how could it be sadistic from your point of view? If it is
we're enjoying you suffer.
No, we're just
despite the fact that I don't consider it masochistic.
Well,
I hate watching people suffer, so this is good for me.
You could argue that someone that fools themselves into thinking they're engaging into something enlightening is the best kind of suffering because you know that there's nothing to it.
Oh. See, we convinced you to do something with the hope of enlightenment that we knew was not going to happen. So that's his own sadistic thing.
Eating all of this for nothing.
On the contrary, you are definitely 100% a Pizza Hut Buena Vista.
I want enlightenment now. Frater RC is saying, Aquarians assemble. Your birthday was yesterday. So a happy birthday, belated, but still. Along with Thomas Merton and Justin Timberlake. My little sister's birthday is today. Happy birthday, blessed Invoke. And have a magical full moon. You too, Frater. We have a lot of Aquarians. Justin is also an Aquarian. So his birthday is coming soon.
There's a match made in heaven, right? Thomas Merton and Justin Timberlake.
Actually, it must be the age of Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius. Is it though? Is it the age of the Aquarius? It should have started, no?
Harmony and understanding, sympathy and peace abounding.
I'm a bit doubtful about that.
Yeah, I don't know that we're right there yet.
Maybe maybe the math was not mathing.
Well, the prediction was off. Yeah, it was ordered, but it hasn't arrived yet.
Well, what was it Crowley used to refer to it as the eon of the conquering child or something like that?
Yeah.
I think they tried to force it in the late 60s, early 70s, but, I don't think it took.
Yeah.
Jung was talking about it in the 30s, 40s. So it's been coming a long time. Maybe it's 100 years late. In the 2040s, we might see something.
They talk about how the age of Aquarius, how it's like a sort of a progression. It's not something that just occurs; it kind of fades in. I'm not sure I quite understand all that. I'm not big on astrology, so.
Well, if it's 1,000-year, or a 2,000-year cycle, so you're moving through from one to another, so you're always in a transitional period, like the moon phases. You don't. It's not just suddenly a full moon and a new moon. You're phasing through it. And if that phase is 2,000 years, well, it takes a while to move out of one age into another. It just doesn't happen overnight. That's the idea.
Yeah, so we've got 10 reincarnations to go before we see anything.
Right.
Well, the last age was the Piscean age, which corresponds to Christianity. So the Aquarian age would be past that, less fishy.
More pineapple, less fish.
Thank you, Angel Torres, for Feliz Cumpleaños.
So you don't think you were enlightened before, or are you just trying to reach higher enlightenment?
Me?
Yeah.
Enlightened. What seem enlightened to you?
Well, you seem well lit.
Like I say, you do have a glow about you.
I know. Are you lit? Like quote unquote.
No,
lit?
I don't consider myself enlightened. But I had lots of
wasn't
conversations.
The question. Are you lit?
Am I lit?
Yeah. Are you drunk?
That's slang.
Oh
yeah.
No, I'm just drinking like flavored water of my witch's potion bottle.
That's so wrong.
This is how enlightened I am.
You should always drink filtered water. Grapes, barley, coffee grounds, tea leaves.
iMystic says enlightenment ceiling reached. Yeah, I think I ate 3 slices of pineapple pizza. I think enlightenment should be delivered any minute. But I don't want to sort of mock or joke over like serious traditions. I don't want to come across as disrespectful. I'm just being playful. Where's the booze? I don't drink alcohol. So that's not happening.
Generation Z.
It's very rare. I like some things. Sorry?
It's a Generation Z thing not to drink. So you must be much younger. I thought you were.
Well, I don't drink and I'm Generation X for sure.
I'm a boomer. I drink.
Yeah. I'm surprised that your traditional Italian doesn't drink wine. But.
Yeah, no kidding.
I like wine. I like wine. So I would, if there's wine and there's a dinner, I would have a little bit of wine because I like it, but I wouldn't drink a lot of it because I don't like the effect that alcohol has on me.
Yeah.
So I don't like substances that alter, my consciousness. But I respect the fact that other people do. It's just not for me. I Mystic is laughing at what you said, Hank. I'm a boomer. I drink. So yeah, but I like the taste of wine, but it doesn't make me very sociable in Britain when you don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, but they're beer drinkers over there, or ale. I mean, it's like, a little behind the time.
So I don't know, some of these like initiations you've done for your anthropology. I mean, did you have to? We won't ask, I guess. You had to take mind-altering substances.
No, not really, because it was all. I mean, there were other state of consciousness, but they were all caused by either ritualistic practices, drums, rattles, music. So there were other ways to induce an older state of consciousness, not with substances. When I was younger, I was very much against. I mean, not against other people doing it, because I think people should do what they want, within the limits of what's legal and allowed. But I don't judge what people do. So, but yeah, for me, I remember that when I was younger, I was like completely opposed to any hallucinogens or psychotropic substance for magical purposes, because for me, it's like I wanted to have, I wanted to know that it's a genuine experience and not know that it's caused by something. Now I know that people that are into, in that line of esotericism, they would say that you still do have genuine experiences by taking those substances. I don't deny that. It's just that for me specifically, it felt more authentic if I was like completely and utterly sober. So if there is something that happens in a ritual and I'm not altered in any way, shape, or form, for me it feels more genuine.
I have to say that defined the way I feel. I've never been able to express it like that. I don't use mind-altering drugs. I mean, alcohol is my drug of choice, if you would, and I don't use it ritually. But everybody I've talked to that's used psychotropics or whatever for ritual, I have experienced the same things through meditations and ritual that they have experienced through drugs. It's a cheat, I think, and I don't discredit the validity, but I think for me, it by not going that route, it seems to be more, as you say, more real. I can put it on the work, not a drug.
So I don't know. They say that like if you take like the I don't know. Can I say LSD? I guess so.
Okay.
if a person takes LSD,
you just said it.
That it changes the way they think permanently. That it alters their perception of reality permanently. And I guess so it's like creating new synapses or something. And it's like, can you do that also through like meditation or through other types of esoteric practice? Can you get the same effect?
I think, well, I suppose that it depends on what the specific psychotropic drug does. There are things that obviously will be specific to the plant. And as I said, I don't want to, sort of undermine the importance, because there are many shamans that do use those psychotropic drugs. The shamans that I worked with and that I've been with, they don't. But I know that there are shamans that use hallucinogens. I also think that when shamans do that, is still a bit different, because they cultivate a relationship with the plant. They just don't. I think that a lot of Westerners just ingest stuff and that's it. And and they try to have a spiritual experience, whereas there are shamans that they have a very strict relationship with the spirit of the plant. So it's about, the plant will tell them when it needs to be gathered, when it can be used, and when it can be ingested. And so it's a deep relationship between the spirits of the plant and the shaman. It's not just about ingesting. So so it's a bit bigger than that. But generally speaking, I think that it's possible to get to older state of consciousness without the use of, or have very deep spiritual experiences without using any substance. But there are substances that will give you very specific types of experiences that obviously are unique to that drug. So it depends what you mean. Generally speaking, yes, you can achieve. It is possible. A lot of practitioners talk about experiencing that.
Well, like Alex O'Connor said that, he just couldn't rationalize the idea of God. It just was not something that made any sense to him. And then he said he used LSD a couple times. And he said that a few weeks after that, the idea of God started making more sense to him. So it somehow changed his perception.
I think that there are people that have had, I know people that have had very profound experiences with psychotropic drugs. That's why I say I don't want to sound dismissive. I'm just saying that for me specifically, I'd rather not.
Right. But I mean, I'm wondering if there's any indication that you can achieve the kind of thing like Alex O'Connor was talking about, if you can achieve that through like meditation, and just through meditation and like other esoteric experiences that are not drug related.
Yeah, absolutely. You find that in many Asian traditions, in forms of shamanism. So yes, there are many traditions that don't use substances to cause older state of consciousness.
And what if you're in a culture where your spirituality, your religion is an integral part of day-to-day life, and you're not trained against God or religion or spirituality? There's a built-in acceptance or expectation, so you don't have these limitations from society. So I think where you're raised will have a effect on that. So if you're raised that there is no God, or you're an atheistic culture, it's going to be harder than if you're in a culture that's an expectation. Everybody lives that day-to-day reality. So I think it does affect you. I don't have any empirical data with it. It just seems when you look at different cultures and how they relate, some people are, I think, able to slip in that altered state easier. In the West here, we've been beat down so hard that if you're any kind of a believer, you're a pariah almost.
Well, there have
Somebody's
been
pointing out in the chat that there's everybody sees the same thing, which is small people, miniature, sort of pint-sized figures walking around. 96% of those who take it. So it means that we're all on the same track, but also the other thing is that we have different ways of thinking and different minds, and so we're going to react differently to certain substances, and that means for some people it's okay, but it's not going to work for everybody.
I'm thinking maybe I should do because I've never done an episode on the use of psychotropics in aestheticism. So that would be a good episode to research. Sometimes I also plan episodes that I want to, for topics that I want to learn more about, because obviously in the process of doing all the research and the reading and putting together the episode, I learn a lot about the topic that I'm covering. So that might be interesting.
You really ought to have a playlist that is only open to Patreon members that would be the demonetized list. Because as soon as you start doing an episode on estrogens, it's going to get demonetized. So
yeah, that's a good point. That's the reason why I don't do any more videos on sex type of magic, because it's not, it got me shadow banned forever on TikTok. So yeah, it's really annoying how there are certain topics that can get picked up by the algorithm and you get shadow banned. So it's not just about demonetization, but also the fact that your channel or your work is not visible anymore to new viewers or even existing subscribers and followers, which is ridiculous. Sometimes you really think that these platforms really have too much power on people's life. Yeah, that was the alternative.
Yeah. But getting back to the earlier question, there have been studies, MRI studies of like Buddhist practitioners and monks, trying to figure out what happens in the brain when they meditate. And there have been comparable states to certain types of drugs like LSD or psilocybin, DMT, in the areas of the brain that light up. The problem is we don't really know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have more or less control under chemical, or I'll use that as a broad state, versus natural? When you're using a substance, are you in control or is a substance in control? Is it a lucid dream where you can drive it, or is it driving you, I guess?
Yeah, these are all good questions, and that's why that's part of me that is a bit skeptical, because it's like I don't know. It could be just because I am generally I just don't like when I'm under the influence of something that changes me. So maybe that's also why I don't like alcohol so much, because I mean, there are some types of alcohol that just make me crazy.
What's your favorite?
And my sisters had her wedding on the Amalfi Coast, and they had specific type of liquors that are really delicious. I don't know if you know them abroad: limoncello, meloncello, and fragoncello. So one is made with strawberries, one with melon, and one with lemons.
Yeah,
so these are the limoncello. We call it limoncello. So limoncello, fragoncello, and limoncello. These are the three ones that were there. And they were like really nice and tasty. And you cannot put something sweet in front of me without me eating it. So I just had like 3 shots of each. I mean, I had one shot of each, which means 3 shots in total. And I went like completely crazy. Like I just started running back and forth to the place. Like this. Jumping on stuff. And you don't want to see me like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think that it's a good idea.
You just, if any footage surfaces of that, you can say this was an example of demonic possession by the limoncello.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that it's a good sign.
Well, just don't touch anything chocolate flavored liquor. That'll be.
Oh yeah, there's
curled up in the gutter with a bottle.
there is a chocolate flavored. I don't know if it exists outside of Italy. It's called Baileys.
Baileys?
Yeah. Do you have? Okay. I never know, because sometimes things are.
Yeah, I don't think that's chocolate though. I don't consider it chocolate.
There's one that's chocolatey. There's one that's
I just do the regular. That's Christmas coffee. Christmas coffee creamers, Baileys. For Christmas, that's the only time I really drink it.
Well, there's a type of Baileys that is like chocolate flavored, and it really tastes of chocolate. And that was like, I loved it. So that was like one thing that definitely I would have, because when I was at uni as a student, I was also working as a waitress. So yeah, I remember that I was working at a pub, And I would definitely have, like, sometimes, oh, is there something that you want? But yeah, Bailey is the chocolate one.
There's one called creme de cacao, which is a
yeah, maybe that's
flavored.
one.
Yeah.
Tastes really nice. So I definitely recommend it.
You mix that with heavy cream and you make a layered shot out of it. Oh, nice aperitif. Oh, really good.
I hope that's a ritual, Hank.
Well, it could be. I mean, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a goth version of a tequila sunrise.
Oh, that's a good. That's a good way of looking
Well, it'd be a tequila sunset.
Tequila sunset, yes. Mm-hmm. Inquisitor Vax is saying there's a praline cream liquor from a distillery in the north of my country. I need to try it so badly. Can get that. So, yeah, I don't know. I have a sweet tooth, clearly.
Yeah.
I still have the.
I was going to say, Mystic. Mystic is saying tequila black sunrise for the gospel.
Yeah.
You'll have to invent it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could market it. I can create my own liquor merchandise for those who are thirsty for enlightenment or you know, thirsty for more magic. Taste the real magic. Imagine that. Well, Justin has his absinthe.
There's
he knows how
the
to
guy
do
that,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
There's that guy that was a Ghostbuster who has the vodka that's in a crystal skull, and the bottle is a crystal skull. Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd has his own crystal skull vodka.
I've seen that. I haven't. I'm not a vodka drinker, but I've seen the stuff out there. I didn't know it was Dan Aykroyd though. Vodka tastes like rubbing alcohol to me. It's just like, ew. Yeah, no.
Basically, is right. It's water and alcohol.
Well, pretty much, yeah. That you can drink.
So, how is your pizza, Sean?
Kind of, I don't know, semi-lousy. I've had better. I've had worse.
Yeah, but is it pure disgust? Does it classify as a tantric ritual?
I don't think it's disgusting enough. No. But,
no. So I'm the only one who's done tantric ritual, guys.
Yeah, we're kind of hardened to all the artificial yuck. I mean, the cheese is made with cow milk, not water buffalo, so it's not even real mozzarella. You know, the ham is probably not even ham. The pineapple is probably the only thing real on the thing. GMO wheat, whatever.
Hi, Zevi. I see Zevi in the chat.
Oh, Zevi.
Happy birthday, Dr. Puka.
Hey, Zevi.
Yeah, you guys want to check his channel as well. I hope you're okay, Zevi. I hope to see you guys soon. Maybe I shouldn't say it yet because it's still in the discussion, but it's possible that Justin and I will organize something in April in London, in the UK. So there are some things moving in that
Italy tour.
Yeah. Yeah, that hasn't moved forward as much. We will have to see. Not super easy to organize.
Thank you, Dr. Sledge. I suggest putting absinthe in the
You're
putting absinthe where?
Lost Andrew.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Yeah, everything paused there for a while. I think I lost contact.
You did.
But
you said put absinthe in, and then he died.
And it was tequila sunset gothic drink, a mixture or cocktail, whatever it is.
Craig was saying, hearing pizza being discussed in the context of Vama Marga. Vama Marga means left hand. So Vama Marga is usually referred as a short way to say left hand path. comes from Sanskrit. Transcendence of disgust was not something I'd expect on a Sunday morning. Well, see, you always have surprises on Angela Symposium. I'm always the
there's a
most.
course you can take on it as well.
Yeah, there's also a course on the left-hand path, an online course on my website. And also my book, The Left-Hand Path of Magic, is available in pre-order. I'm trying to figure out what's the best link to give you guys, but if you look it up online, you will find it. So it is already available in pre-order, but should come out in autumn, hopefully.
December, I think, was the last I saw of it.
Well, I saw October lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still uncertain because we are obviously still working on it. So I suppose that it depends on how fast we all are at doing things, including myself. So, yeah, Vamachara.
You're kind of asking for it by getting Peter Carroll to do the introduction. I mean, you're inviting chaos literally into your book.
Okay. Yes. Oh,
So
Mario
what's
says
happening?
correction, Vamachara. Yes, Vamachara Marga is the correct expression.
So what's happening in London in April that you want to do it in London in April? It doesn't sound like the ideal weather for, well, London never has ideal weather, but
Spring.
Spring? Yeah, that means rain. It's either a little bit of rain, a lot of rain, really raining, or just a little bit of rain.
Yeah, it's London. It's normal rain. It's not going to be
kind of like Seattle.
Rain.
The only good thing about Seattle is it's a dry rain. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can, when I'm not sure if I have permission to talk about something I just won't.
Okay.
But yeah, there's something happening for him in the UK, so to combine things. But we can discuss it more, or I can, have an announcement once it's settled. But yeah, about Peter Carroll, yes, it's true. For people who don't know this, Peter Carroll has written the foreword to my Left-Hand Path of Magic book, and he actually said that he really likes it. And next week you should see the interview or a deep philosophical discussion between me and Peter Carroll on the channel, because I've just finished editing today and I uploaded it, so it should be ready for that. Oh, there's Dave in the chat. He tried to join us, but he couldn't. Dave is another dear friend and a long-time patron of mine. In London, if you can't see Tower Bridge, it's raining. If you can see it, it's going to rain.
Go, Dave.
There are some people in the chat who are also asking what is the Left-Hand Path, and to not make it too long, I'll just send you to my video on that. I have a video from a few years ago called "What's the Left-Hand Path?" I have a few videos on the Left-Hand Path on my channel, so they will be more exhaustive than I can do in a few minutes here.
I have a confession that might get me excommunicated from the esoteric community. It's that when I hear the name Peter J. Carroll, I always think of the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland for some reason. I think it's like Peter Rabbit and Lewis Carroll connection, but Peter Carroll always makes me think of rabbits and cartoon rabbits. I don't know.
I imagine you'd like that.
We have a super chat from Wife of Saturn. Thank you for the super chat. So do you like any of Robert Eggers' movies, or Dario Argento, any occult-themed movies you absolutely love? Also, happy birthday. Can I have your leftover pineapple pizza? Lol. Well, this is the leftover, so you can tell that I liked it very much. But I hope that those slices were enough to fulfill my tantric duties. Yes, I'd love for you to have my leftovers, but alas, unless you live near me, that's gonna be impossible. So I'm not familiar with Robert Eggers movies, but given that you mentioned him alongside Dario Argento, I'm interested. So I will look it up. I do like Dario Argento movies, yes, and occult movies that I love. I like Kenneth Anger. You will find an interview on my channel to Judith Noble on his work. My personal favorite director and movies is David Lynch. So David Lynch is my absolute favorite. I don't know if it classifies as a cult, but probably it does because you still have it is very existential and I think there are also esoteric elements with the Black Lodge and everything in Twin Peaks. So my absolute favorite is David Lynch and all of his work. If you want to have a total mental, we were talking about psychotropic drugs. Watch Inland Empire. You will not need any psychotropic drugs to go on a trip. So,
I wondered
is it tomorrow or is it
yesterday? In my
yesterday?
food when I watched Eraserhead the first time, I was
or Eraserhead.
Somebody
Exactly.
put something in my drink or something.
I don't know. I just love David Lynch's stuff. I know that it's one of those directors that people either love or hate, but I just love him. I just love his work because I think the thing that I love the most, obviously, I also love to untangle and try to understand what's going on, even though you never will, because he never explains anything. And I don't think that the point of his movies are to be understandable. The point of his movies are to make you feel something. And I don't know, my impression is always like there's something that sort of like that comes inside you and it's a bit like it gives me a sense of something emerging from the deepest part of me, and it can be a deep sense of unease even with your own existence, or it can be a sort of shift in perception of time because he also plays a lot with time. Is it tomorrow or is it yesterday? What year is it? And also he plays a lot with the sense of self and identity and its fragmentation. So there are many themes in David Lynch that I think really appeal to me because they go beyond the rational. And to me, it feels like it's meant to change something into you and to cause a change, to cause a reaction rather than being just a story. Unless it is, there's one, what's the name of that movie? Is it a true story? There is one movie that's a normal one, that is a normal movie, like with a story. But all the others are completely crazy and I love them. So I like those ones. Then you have Jodorowsky, who also does sort of esoteric movies. And Franco Battiato, but that's probably not available in English, was an Italian singer who was also interested in esotericism and did also a short movie that was very esoteric. But yeah, these are the ones that really come to mind. I'm very picky with both TV shows and movies because it's very difficult for me because when I watch a TV show or a movie, I want to forget who I am. I have this fetish that, I want to forget who I am. I want something that makes me forget who I am, where I am. I just want complete immersion. So the only things that I really, really like are things that give me the sensation that I seek, the sensation of complete immersion to the point where I forget who I am, where I am. I love that feeling, but it happens very rarely. It happens with David Lynch's movies, for instance, but it happens rarely. But when it does, it feels really good because I always like to stop existing for a while. I don't take it the wrong way. I don't wish to unalive myself. It's just that I don't know, that sort of forgetting about your existence can feel a bit liberating sometimes. And also, happy birthday! Thank you. So, what do you guys like in terms of movies and TV shows. Do you know of any occult ones? Occult
Not a
themes.
fan of Hollywood.
Yes, I haven't been to the movies for many, many years.
The Ninth Gate.
I like Buffy the Yeah, the Ninth Gate. Yeah, that's nice. Well, The Craft is, it's I suppose The Craft and Buffy are more linked to, me growing up and getting interested in historicism. So, I'm attached to them for different reasons. Yeah, I have to think about that. I'm sure that I will have, that tonight while I'm sleeping, like, oh, I didn't say this thing. Sometimes you just cannot think off the top of your head. Federico Fellini is trippy. Yeah. There's another movie that I always recommend people, but I seem to recommend more existential stuff than anything. It's an Italian movie who also won an Oscar called La Grande Bellezza, or the Great Beauty. And I think it's and also there are these beautiful sceneries from Rome. It's more existential than occult, though. It's more about reflections on your existence, because it is a man that just turned 65 and he's reflecting over his life and what's ahead and what's behind. But I find it very beautiful. I like things that are existential. Like, where am I? Am I what's in the past or is in the future, or am I neither? So I've always, the two main interests that I've always had are obviously magic and historicism, and the concept of self, sort of existential dreads of different types. I'm just looking at the chart. I think we can probably wrap it up. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you're interested in Telema, I like, what's the name of that one? Is it Strange Angel? Something Angel. I can't remember. Do you guys remember the name of that TV show? Maybe it's Strange Angel.
That one about the rocket scientist who
yes, about John Jack Parsons.
Yeah, I think it was called Strange Angel.
Yeah, it is Strange Angel. Yeah. Joao confirms. Yeah, that one, I think it's obviously it's not super accurate to what happened in Telema, but I think it's a much better representation of Thelemic practices and esoteric practices in general than other TV shows. So I would recommend that one. Okay, guys. So I think it's time to wrap up. And thank you, Harold, for the happy birthday. That's nice of you. So thank you guys for coming here, and for all of you watching. Now you see that my patrons are amazing, and you definitely want to join my patron community, because we always have a lot of fun together, and we have Magos lectures, and so we always have the best discussions, right?
Yep.
You tell us.
Great time. Good time.
And thank you for coming here and joining me, even though none of you has done a tantric ritual, but that's okay. I'm the one who was bound to suffer. So thank you, guys.
It was good for us too.
Yeah.
It was good for you for sadistic reasons.
Yeah, I think it was definitely worse for you than for me. So I could barely taste the pineapple on mine, so I couldn't really even taste it.
Yeah, no, I could taste it, unfortunately. But it's I don't have a problem with pineapple on itself. It's like you don't put it on a pizza, It's like just because something tastes nice on its own, you just shove it everywhere. But anyway, funny enough, I've already saw notifications from friends of mine saying, I saw you eating pineapple pizza. So now I'm gonna have to give some explanations to people. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, your poster's going to be all over Naples now. Don't.
Yeah.
You traitor! How could you do that?
Burn the witch.
No. See, you got it made because you've been through the initiation. Now they just didn't understand.
Right. True. Yeah.
Exactly.
What,
now
in
I'm
Naples?
beyond.
Not likely. Yeah.
You can sell yourself.
There's
I can testify. You really don't want pineapple on pizza. You could market this. I mean, yeah.
There's a pizza place in Naples because there were a lot of Americans coming in and asking for pineapple pizza. They were so frustrated. They put pineapple pizza on the menu, but for like 200 euros or something. Whereas normally a pizza is like 3 to 5 euros. So it was kind of a deterrent.
Wow, they don't even let you walk in the door for $3 here.
That's true. No, Italian places are much cheaper.
Yeah.
Than there. Anyway, thank you guys. I will do my usual wrap up, but you can stay on if you want. Bye. So thank you all guys for being here up until this point. I hope that you enjoyed my suffering, and and also I'm waiting for enlightenment to happen any moment. And again, I hope I'm not sounding disrespectful. I actually do respect a lot of tantric practices. I'm just being silly, but I am still waiting for enlightenment to happen any moment after this pineapple pizza. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and please consider supporting my work, because that's the only way that I can keep doing this work free for everybody, where I deliver free academic scholarship on all things in aestheticism. So I hope that if you enjoy my project, you will consider supporting me in any of the ways that you will find linked in the description, in the pinned comment, in bio. You can use PayPal, Coffee, entering my fantastic Patreon community. You've met some of my patrons now. They are amazing. We have a Discord server, and we also have, even at the lowest tier, we have a monthly Zoom chat. So you can ask questions to me or to the community, and we engage in very interesting conversations. So thank you for considering that. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and activate the notification bell, because YouTube is naughty sometimes and will not show you my new videos. So it's better that you have the notification bell turned on. And thank you so much for being here. I hope that you stay tuned for all the academic fun. Bye for now.